Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at which episode of The Mandalorian Season 2 Ahsoka will appear in, and why. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. Out of nowhere, we recently got a new 30-second official teaser for The Mandalorian Season 2, and this was an excellent teaser, and Miguel Fernandez did a good job covering this, and then he also mentioned something that I've been thinking about, which is Ahsoka in the marketing. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to elaborate on it as we go. So it was a very good thing for The Mandalorian to do to remind viewers where we left off in the story last season, with Moff Gideon cut his way out of the crashed TIE fighter with the Darksaber, and in a desperate look for the actual hero of the show, the child. It will be mine, he says in the overlay. They also showed the end of which episode of the series again, but with that bluish tint grading over it, which seems to be the new style adopted for the second season given the poster and all of the marketing thus far, aside from those new promo posters which suggest yellow. After that, we have several short moments that tease some of the upcoming action of the season. This includes the Razor Crest descending on the ice planet we saw in the trailer from last month, which I suggest will be Elam, a couple of quick shots of the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda on their boat, and perhaps the TV spot serves as a simple reminder that we are just a little over a couple of weeks away from the actual release of the show. And with that being the case, it begs the question, where is Ahsoka, where's Boba Fett, where's Tamira Morrison, where's Rosario Dawson, where's Timothy Olyphant, and all of this marketing? So here is the simple reason first why this is the case. So they're keeping this a surprise for the episode, which is smart given the fact that they are doing exactly what they should be doing, focusing on the core stuff that the general audience already knows. Because if you're following channels like this, you are probably a die-hard Star Wars fan. Like, you are with the lore, you know the canon, you know Legends pretty well, you know most details about these characters that most people wouldn't even think to know. So with that being the case, this is not tailored to people like you and me watching this. This is tailored to the general audience who just watched The Mandalorian once or twice and is just waiting around for the second season. They're not consuming Star Wars content on the daily, they're not consuming Star Wars comics or other various forms of media. They are simply just general audience goers, so they'll see the new Star Wars movie when it comes out, but then they'll wait a couple of years until the next one comes out, and so on. So that's why they are just focusing on the general audience stuff, because fans of Ahsoka and Boba Fett and Timothy Olyphant's character are going to watch them for those characters or for those actors anyway. So that doesn't negate anything from leaving them out of the marketing. Now, when it comes to the issue of Ahsoka, I've been reporting on Ahsoka for months at this point, and Rosario Dawson is going to be playing Ahsoka. I've covered this several times. Variety of the Hollywood Reporter have covered this, so if you want to, I don't feel like I need to rehash that yet again. So if you want to know more about that in depth, you can go check the channel out for that. In the Mandalorian playlist, I have all of those covered. But also, lately, they've done a tease with a Force FX lightsaber with Ahsoka on it and more of a live-action look that begs the portrayal to Rosario Dawson. And then even more recently, they had a Disney Plus German TV spot, or not a TV spot, an Instagram story where they name-dropped Rosario Dawson, Timothy Olyphant as well. So given the fact that we know Rosario Dawson's going to be in the show, Dave Filoni has hinted at the fact that it will be the 5th episode of Season 2. So I guess in that case it'll be, you know, they've been going by chapter, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it'll be chapter 13 of the show. And this was the only episode from this season that was actually written by Dave Filoni. So the first episode, chapter 9, is going to be debuting on October 30th, and that was directed by Jon Favreau. So the episode that Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano appears in makes perfect sense to appear in episode 5, given the fact that Dave Filoni wrote it, given the fact that he is the mastermind behind the Clone Wars and Rebels and all of this. So he is probably, aside from Ashley Eckstein, the best person to pen the episode in which her appearance will be in. And there's been some recent suggestions that there will be not a cameo per se where it's just a couple of minutes, but rather she will be the focal point of one episode, and this will likely be the launching pad to determine whether or not the fan response is good, in which case if it is she will likely get her own Disney Plus series, or if it's bad, in which case they will probably just end the character. But you don't cast an actress of Rosario Dawson's notoriety simply to put her in a 2-minute spot of an episode. She will likely be the focal point of the episode, and this will literally be the test water for her own series, likely which Dave Filoni will have a big pen in as well in writing that, given the fact that he essentially illustrated the character and has developed the character over all of this time. But the 5th episode is the one to look for, chapter 13, so I wouldn't expect any type of teaser with her in it. You gotta remember, in season 1 we didn't really get any actual marketing for Cara Dune or Grief Karga. They were just kind of in there, and we got a couple of promo images of those characters, but we didn't actually see any of them in the actual teaser. So with that being the case, I don't think this is really that big of a surprise, but I just wanted to give you guys the update that chapter 13 episode 5 of season 2, written by Dave Filoni, is the one to expect Ahsoka's Rosario Dawson to appear in. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. Do it! And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.